Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Wellness Wave Creations, to my YouTube channel. And this is Orshi, your Ayurvedic health counselor, frequency healer, and little nerdy alchemist. And today, Friday the 13th, as I'm recording this video for you, my thoughts are on the first chakra of the first base 7 chakras. And this one is the root, also called the Muladhara. Why is the root chakra so important? And I'm sure that a lot of you guys have heard before of grounding and our stability being associated with this energetic center. And then it is also extremely critical to pay attention to, especially now that Earth is going through her own evolutionary process and has entered into a photonic light belt. And this light belt is just bombarding us with all kinds of light energy, all of this frequency and vibration that are hitting Earth and our planet essentially is affecting our root, our structure, our densest energetics, if you will, which is the physical body and the structure onto which it is strung up. So I'm talking about the skeletal system. I'm talking about your legs, your feet, your ankles, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and the entire bone structure, your teeth. All of those and way beyond. So today, let's go and talk and dissect this center a little bit further so that you have an understanding why this is very, very so important to ground yourself, to do forest bathing, to connect with nature, and do hug a tree anytime, any chance you get, to actually connect with that vibration, that vibratory value that Mother Nature carries. And that is the exact same vibratory that we need to upkeep in our physical body. Okay, so lately I see a lot of health issues and actually prevalent health concerns that has to do with this energetic center. It's been a phenomena the last few years, especially, that I'm noting it. And the more of this energetic field we're in with this light energy, and that power will be very destabilizing if you're not keeping your root chakra well taken care of. Okay, so it's got to do with the structure, but it also is associated with the element earth. So that earth element association is so very important, because just imagine, let's say, a big dump truck with this huge, clump of sand or dirt that it just dumps onto the ground. It kind of anchors, right? It's heavy. The root chakra carries with the earth energetics weight. So it is an anchor in its literal meaning. Okay, so it lays obviously at the foundation of our 7 chakras, the first chakra, and it also is responsible for expansion in life, in your life. Okay, it symbolizes obviously the densest grade of manifestation and the basis of life. In terms of energetics, this chakra, obviously, as it channels earth, but I want to really tell you guys a little bit in more graphic detail how this earth energy, upward movement through your feet, then your legs, is there to process and stabilize you. Okay, it then moves this energy on up along the spine and now transmute it into a form that the body recognizes as signals. So what does that mean? It means that to balance the endocrine system, through the release of hormones. So now the physical body goes, ooh, pays attention, right? So do I have your attention yet? So let me continue. We understand these balances, especially ladies, but gents, of course, as well, very much so, because it is to do with our hormones and our hormonal balancing. So, puberty, anyone? Anyone with teenagers at home like me? Yeah? Anybody that's got menopause or have ever heard the word? Anyone? Ladies, right? Okay, so now if you're going to pay attention to the hormonal balancing and how to actually go through these periods of time yourself with more of an ease, or how to help your teenager children to go through what they're going through with more of an ease. So it is extremely important that during these times, as we go through a lot of emotions, it's vital that especially women, but of course men as well, complete this upward movement of energy. For neglecting this may develop disease in the womb and in the breasts. Okay, men in the same cycle could end up with testicular disease or quite literally heartbreak. So this is extremely critical, once again, to maximize our chances of avoiding these problems, to complete this upward energetic earth movement. Grounding and earthing will help you, or rooting us in the main function of the Muladhara when we enter the sympathetic vibration with the electromagnetic frequency of the earth. Coming into tune with the beat of her heart, as Patricia Mercier says in her book, The Chakra Bible. Okay. So then, did you know that this energetic center also acts as the recycling bin of the auric field? Have you ever heard of such a cool thing? Okay, so in plain language, what basically happens is that negative emotional energies are changed into power and light, and return to earth any toxic waste that the other centers cannot deal with. So, once again, the importance of the root chakra is unarguable. Did you know that also the center is known as the support of the root, or the keeper of the beginning, or the bearer of the foundation? This chakra and its needs are instinctual. So our first chakra needs are, like shelter and food, are instinctual in their nature. The compulsion to overeat or hoard material goods or items or money even is a negative expression of our instincts for survival. So think about that for a moment, especially in the context of what happens in today's society, how we're trying to harmonize this very, very heavy earthy energetics that we have been living with to a very different, much lighter, by the way, predominantly air and fire energetics that we're moving toward, with all this photonic light energetics that are hitting Earth. And humanity, as we know it, we're subject to this energetics without a fail, without any exception. Okay, the base chakra is linked to the endocrine glands. In women, it would mean the ovaries, of course, the production of estrogen and progesterone. Responsible for female characteristics, of course, menstrual cycles. And in men, the testes, and responsible for the production of testosterone, which then develops the male characteristics and the production of sperm. So once again, the Muladhara in this context, once again, is like the foundation of life. Confidence in who we are, stability in who we are, even emotional stability, and who we trust are functions of this chakra or energetic center. Did you also know that this energetic center is also associated with returning karma? So we'll talk about karma in a separate video. Please check my other videos if you're interested in subject matters that I'm posting about, anything frequency, anything energy, the energy centers from perspective of Ayurvedic psychology, which is one of my favorite topics of all. As an energy healer, I deal with these centers every single day in my Ayurvedic practice, and I do see the frequency differentiation people have with their physical body versus their mind, or even their causal bodies, which I also talk about in other videos, which we can link here, a couple for you as a good startup if you have not seen my other videos before. By the way, if you're new to this channel, welcome to this space. Okay. So also, have you ever heard of Kundalini energy, which also has to do with this energetic center, and it's the base, and this base will run two major energetic lines out of it, which is the fire and water lines. The water line is representing as a major nadi your female energetics, your feminine energetics, okay? And that's called Ida, by the way. And the other line, the fire line, Pingala, is representing the masculine energetics. And when both of these actually are beautifully ticking and vibrating, then it will open the Shushumna, your ethereal space. It'll actually shoot you up to another level of consciousness. So you see, all of these are very, very much intertwined and very much connected to even a higher or different level of thinking or more ethereal way of being. But even to be in that ethereal space, or even when you do your spiritual work, it even has even more significance for you to keep rooted and well-grounded for your energetic work to be successful. Then in my practice, I see this center very, very often in a decreased or in an increased flow. So what we know about these energetic centers and the chakras, you guys, is that they actually rotate, they oscillate, and they need to have a certain flow. If it's too slow, we don't want that. It's a decreased flow, we call it. If it's too fast and it spins too fast, we also don't want that either. Obviously, it will compromise the function of this energetic center, which then also will compromise your actual stability. Okay? All right, you guys, so this is a continuation. I don't know what's been going on, but a couple of times my video recording just has been abruptly interrupted for no reason. And so anyways, I just wanted to add a few more thoughts to all of what I have spoken about so far in terms of the root chakra. So just a little bit of a summary, because this will also get your mind going over this chakra a little bit more in the future. So the location is at the tailbone, it's at the rectum. So that's the aperture as well of this chakra. The related tissues to this center is the rectum, the ovaries, the testes, and the uterus. Very important, okay? Element, it's associated with earth element. Also, it is one of the main air energetics that's responsible for actually giving birth, and this downward air movement, which is also responsible for discarding elimination, right? So the physical functions that are associated with this energetic chakra center is elimination, ejaculation, urination, parturition, bone development. Also, it is responsible for the psychological functions now of being calm, stable. So stability and calmness are major keywords here. Okay, also in the spiritual realm, when you are able to cultivate a higher frequency prana, a higher quality prana, you will be able to sustain spiritual awareness. So it will really make a big difference in your spiritual journey and growth. It will then mean that you're really gonna have to make sure that all of your chakras are harmonized, as well as the physical body, the mind, and your causal bodies are all working in a harmonious trisom, I want to say. Okay, there is also a mantra that's associated with the root chakra, and that is Lam. You can find a lot of vibrational sound therapies on YouTube, right here on this platform, and I'm sure at many other places. Also, very, very important to say that one of the five senses that's associated with the root chakra is the smell. So when your smell is compromised, then you might want to think, what's going on in my root chakra? Okay, and in terms of color therapy, as we do have color therapy and light therapy and some other super cool therapies from within the container of Ayurvedic medicine, it's associated with the color red. So it is one of those colors that's really pumping a lot of vibrational energy to this center. And so when we want to stoke someone's root chakra, we want to have more vibrancy around them, a stronger vibrancy around them. So red will be the color of choice. All right, you guys, so this was it for me. And if you have never been to my Facebook page, we'll link it here for you. Go check me out there at Wellness Wave Creations, where I try to make as many ripple making, trouble making in the wellness industry as much as possible, and where I try to cause as many wellness ripples and waves as humanly possible. All right, so thank you for being here, and check out my other videos. Subscribe, like, follow, hit the bell notifications, as it would be just lovely with that one gesture from you to hit that algorithm, so I can get these messages across the globe to as many beautiful light beings as possible. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful weekend. Namaste. It's Friday. Have a good one. Adios.